Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Miyogi, and it's not like me to actually talk about this kind of subject matter, but it has come to my attention that something's already blowing up on YouTube, and I think I have to set the matter straight with you guys because I'm seeing a lot of these biased conclusions and such, and it's not really making me feel comfortable. So I went ahead and did some research on my own. I did some digging, and you actually don't need to worry too much about December 10th, 2019, especially to content creators. Well, majority of them. Yes, you don't need to worry about. It's because, Okay, while I'm going through this, I'd just like to let you know that the footage that you're seeing right now is from the live stream that we done on Maximum Tune 6 a month back. The footage here was done by NextWolf29. By the way, his channel's there in the video description below. So if anyone you need to give credits to his driving skills, give it all to him, not to me. I'm just talking about something else here while that's playing in the background. What I wanted to discuss with you guys is about the terms of service that's happening on December 10, 2019 of YouTube. And a lot of people are making these accusations that if a channel doesn't make enough money, they will probably or possibly terminate their account. And where is all of this coming from? So if you are a YouTuber or a content creator for that matter, and your main platform is YouTube, you can see on the 2019 terms of service, which will take effect on December 10, one of these subpoints is what everybody's been rambling about. And I will quote it for you guys. Terminations by YouTube for service changes. YouTube may terminate your access or your Google account's access to all or part of the service if YouTube believes in its sole discretion that the provision of the service to you is no longer commercially viable. Do take note how many times the word service has been repeated from the subtopic to the subparagraph. It always talks about service. It didn't say anything about account. The only account that was mentioned is access to your Google account. And that's basically it. So a lot of these people concluded, content creators and the like, just regulars to big names out there to small names like myself. And they all came to the conclusion that, oh no, we're not racking up enough money from our ads and etc. on YouTube. They're going to terminate me because I am no longer commercially viable. That's not actually true. I've seen some of the videos here, especially from the likes of Virtual Legality. It's a series done by Hoeg Law, a small YouTube account which has 3.19k subscribers, and because this is coming from actually a lawyer, and it actually makes sense. And at the same time, I also checked out some other videos along the way while I was checking on these. Another, I wouldn't say small time, but more like a medium time channel from TheYoungCalves, 10.6k subscribers as well. And I just want to point out that they kind of got the context right, which a lot of people didn't. And to sum it all up, I have here found, and I will show it on screen while the gameplay's happening, the comment directly from someone from Team YouTube on Twitter. And this is what they said, because this one person gave this same accusation that their account's gonna be terminated. So he said, or she said, to clarify, this section is not about terminating an individual account for hurting funding or affecting ad revenue. It's about discontinuing a certain YouTube feature or parts of the service, example, removing outdated or low usage features, and this does not impact anyone in any new ways. That's coming straight from a person from YouTube. By the way, their Twitter is at Team YouTube, so follow them if you'd like, so that this kind of thing won't explode as to how it is. Though I will admit, I have to agree with some of these other people reacted to it, that they need to have their wording to be a bit less ambiguous. Yes, so it's not entirely a one-sided misconceptualized argument. The YouTube team themselves, they kind of made it a little too ambiguous for a lot of people to make assumptions left and right. But at the same time, at least I'm glad that they stepped up to clarify what it actually means. At first, I really was skeptical about it. I was fearing for my life. I was in a party earlier and I was doing a little bit of some deep thinking of my own when I saw this like pop up a lot in my recommendations list. But right now after seeing this, I actually don't need to worry much about it. And even a friend of mine who's also a startup YouTuber under the YouTube name Fair the Ham, which by the way links in the description below for his channel if you're into Magic the Gathering games. That's his main content. And after I did all my research and he asked for a TLDR about it, I gave him the summary. Well, it's summarized into 4 main points, and I would like to show it to you guys and share it. So point 1 is, if they're going to purge, why now? And why not back then? And here's a reality check. There are loads of channels and accounts that don't make money, be them lurkers, trollers, or career starters. They're not gaining, and YouTube in itself is not gaining anything from the purge other than limiting businesses and spreading their ads to more niche markets. Be it big or small, if they have a market, especially those who have met the minimum standard of 1,000 subscribers to become a monetized YouTube channel, they have a market, they should actually aim for it no matter how big or how small the revenue is. So if they did the purge and only left the big names, they'll have only a handful of channels to, drop their ads in. And as a viewer, if you don't have an ad blocker, it is really annoying to get like an ad every minute. You don't want an ad every minute for say a 15-minute video. Point number 2, and this one is more of a speculation or more than anything, but I heard it from another video. I actually lost the link to that one. It's preparation for the 2020 US elections. It's to prevent party haters to make videos to encourage others to join their cause and say, for example, just because they dislike an upcoming candidate, so they shame them publicly in their own video to convince others to join on the hate speech. Though, like I disclaimed, it is more of a personalized POV, not exactly a factor, but a possibility. I mean, I've seen it happen in the Philippine elections. Imagine, losing friends just because of a political opinion. That's just crazy. I would skip point 3 because that's more important than the purge that everyone is assuming. Point 4 is, I stated there, is that the same point was said in the current terms of service under breach of terms. Repeat infringer, pornography, excessive length, obscenity, causing social harm, i.e. mass shooting videos just to get more revenue up to their channel. Their term of commercially viable are directed at people or companies using their service to destroy the competition, regional limitations, anything political. If you want something political, this is a good example of a bad example. Remember the BlizzCon fiasco that kind of started the whole meme of hashtag Stand Hong with Kong or Stand with Hong Kong, and how Blizzard, about that one representative of theirs in Hearthstone got axed from all their support, all their earnings, all their winnings just because of that one protest. Yeah, that sort of thing. And if your content does not have any of those, and you're a YouTube content creator, you are in the clear. So basically, I'm just only 30 or 40% correct in terms of this definition if we relate it to the Twitter post that Team YouTube has made. So commercially viable is that if YouTube incurs more losses, infringements, or collateral damage for providing a service, and this is the part that I may have gotten it wrong, to a country, region, area, or company that has intended on damaging another party, government, region, area, or incurred increased cost for services to said party, government, region, or area. I may have gotten that last part half right, not entirely right, just like to let you know as a disclaimer. Now, the reason why I said I skipped point 3, because this is the more important issue that needs to be raised compared to the quote-unquote purging. The Coppa, or the Child's Online Privacy Protection Act, I can't believe I got that right for the first time, or Coppa for short, and of the FTC. Now that I've forgotten what that means, those who know, just post in the comments on what it actually means. It's due to the majority of US parents not knowing YouTube Kids existed, and YouTube got a huge lump sum penalty of somewhere around $10 billion or million. I forgot the value, but I think it's around a million. Due to kids spreading their personal information via personalized ads. Monetization will be extremely limited for child-directed content and worse, child appeal content regardless if said kid has consent from an adult and is using YouTube. This is an ongoing issue, and this is what's driving a lot of content creators bonkers. Major ones that are probably affected for these ones are those who are streaming, reviewing, or doing gameplays of Nintendo, which if you saw their aesthetic, not just that they are family friendly, but I hate to say it because of how the boss of YouTube react to, they automatically tag that as child appealing or child directive, and anyone violating once this also takes effect by January 2020. I think initial starts at also the same date as the quote-unquote Purge of December 10, 2019, but mostly takes effect in January 2020, is that anyone caught violating this whole Coppa verification additional buy requirement whenever they upload videos will be sued with a hefty fine of $42,000 per video, and I'm talking $42,000. Now that is the bigger problem. The Purge was all fake news. I wanted to bring that out to you guys. Again, for one last time, here is the tweet straight from Team YouTube. So they're referring to a service. No account is going to be purged, terminated, or banned unless they really did break the terms of service, which again falls under copyright infringement, pornography, obscenity, hate speech, and the like. So now that I got that out of my system, it's because I also had some sugar rush there while I was reviewing all these videos, so I kind of was in the mood to talk. I hope this settles everything. And I hope Ferdinand isn't the only one who's going. I hope Ferdinand is the last person who's going to ask me about this, because I am sick and tired of seeing all these sorts of fake news popping in left and right without the proper context. I mean, which do you think is better? To blurt out what you personally think of it? And, you know, get some people to rally to your cause without even understanding the entire context of the thing? Or you go directly, throw your complaint to the company or the individual responsible and get a straight answer from them. Because the one I saw on Twitter is a straight answer from them, and I am more than happy enough to say and see that the purge is not an issue. But I will say it again, the Coppa and FTC issue is a bigger problem. Given that I'm also working on gaming content, so most that would be affected by this one would be the gaming contents, arts and crafts, or anything that would be tagged as child-directed or child-appealing. I know some people may think of it as a different excuse as to, hey, YouTube's giving us the green light to curse now so that we're no longer family-friendly. I don't want to go on that route. But given that this law has already been passed because of the whole fine that happened, and the fact that, not that I'm generalizing or anything, but it's due to bad parenting happening in the US, we just gotta comply at least with the Coppa, and I hope that dies down quicker and there is a proper way to filter out the content of this one. The FTC, as I've seen in another video, is really eager to learn more on what is actually classified as child-directed and child-appealing, so that the ones who are making a living out of YouTube, I'm not saying I'm one of them, though I am planning to, hopefully, but not entirely, but the ones currently working on YouTube and the ones whose content actually falls under those categories, I hope they find a quicker resolution. All power to you guys. You guys have my prayers, you guys have my blessings. I don't want you guys to lose your livelihoods, because I can see that most of these ones who are really affected, I saw it in their reaction videos, put in a lot of effort, love, sweat, and tears, and sometimes their own pocket change, or sometimes their entire capital, just to get, videos like this to work. There are sometimes tutorials, etc. But I'm not gonna divulge into further. Again, Coppa is the bigger issue, not the Purge. The Purge is just fake news. They're talking about a service. They're not talking about termination of accounts unless the TOS are breached. I hope this is the last time we've seen or talked about this as far as the Purge is concerned for December 10, 2019. So, thanks very much for listening to my ramble. And I hope that the gameplay of Maximum Tune 6 done by NextWolf29 kinda entertained you visually, or if you really did just listen to what I have to say about it. And if you like the video, you like its contents, share it to everyone who thinks otherwise, who thinks that a Purge still exists. Just throw my video right at their face and hopefully this would clarify things for them. So if you like the video as well, other than what I just said, don't forget to like it, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next video.